This is the new truck. And that's it. The G-Class didn't start out its life as a luxury vehicle. In the early 1970s, Mercedes set out to create a military and utility vehicle that could handle extreme conditions. The result was the Geländewagen, apparently. And this literally means cross-country in German.
The G-Wagen we all know today is an exquisite luxury mile muncher, perfect for footballers, celebrities, and their wives. It's a vehicle associated with status, comfort, and excess. But long before this image ever existed, the G-Class was something far more honest. It was a tool. The story of the Mercedes-Benz G-Class begins in the early 1970s, during a time when the world was still shaped by the aftermath of war. Governments and militaries needed vehicles that could survive anywhere, simple, rugged, and reliable. Mercedes-Benz, working with an Austrian engineering partner, set out to build exactly that. Not a luxury SUV, not a statement piece, but a purpose-built off-road machine designed to meet military specifications. In fact, the original design brief demanded the vehicle could climb a 45-degree slope, ford deep water without modification, and be repaired with basic tools in the field. From the very beginning, the G-Class was engineered with warfare in mind. Ladder frame construction, solid axles, locking differentials, and a body that favoured function over form. It was quickly adopted by armed forces around the world, valued not for comfort, but for durability and dependability in the harshest conditions. A detail that most people don't realise, despite everything that's changed, the G-Class has been in continuous production since 1979, longer than almost any other Mercedes model. Yet, something unexpected happened. Civilians began to notice. Farmers, explorers, and off-road enthusiasts saw what the military saw, a vehicle that didn't pretend to be tough, it simply was. Mercedes responded by offering civilian versions, and in 1979, the G-Class officially entered the public market. My 1986 280 GE comes from that era, when the G was still closer to its military roots than its modern luxury image. It carries the same philosophy that shaped the original design: mechanical honesty, strength, and longevity. The G-Class wasn't born from excess, it was born from necessity, and nearly half a century later, that DNA is still impossible to erase.
There's no attempt to be aerodynamic or flashy. This vehicle was built to work. Even the doors close with a heavy clunk, showing you that it's an old school Mercedes. And if you hadn't already noticed, my 280 GE is just a touch different. Under the bonnet, gone is the original 2.8 litre inline six to make room for the massive 4.3 litre V8. Yeah, V8. So key specs then, 300 brake horsepower from that 4.3 litre, and that's all that really matters. Is it fast? Yes. Is it a handful to drive? Yeah. But is it absolutely hilarious? Yeah. So inside the cabin then, this 280G again has had a few simple modifications with everything in mind to keep it simplistic but solid. The buttons are solid switch buttons to help if you've got gloves on. The interior has been made slightly better. We've got these lovely seats from a later model G500, and it's just perfect. It holds you in whilst being supple and soft, and you get the nice added leather. Of course, these original were in a fabric, more of a fabric material. The dash has all been trimmed now in leather. The dials, though, are all still original. They're big, noticeable dials, but you can clearly see how fast in this case that you're going, but originally it would be how slow you were going. The steering wheel's lovely, also been retrimmed in leather. And again, a few mod cons. We've got an Apple CarPlay system here that has a rear camera, and of course for the length of the vehicle that does help a huge amount. Originally these cars weren't sound insulated very well. This one has been, however, so Noise in the interior isn't too bad, even with that 4.3 litre V8 screaming from under the bonnet a couple of yards in front of me. It's actually surprisingly quiet, and really, if anything, I don't think too far off what a modern day G-Wagen might feel. Of course, a modern day G-Wagen will be built for comfort and nothing but this, I feel like the chap who put it together wanted to create a G-Wagen of back then if Mercedes were building it like they were building them today back then, if that makes any sense. And that's what this is, with a Defender truck bed attached to it. But hey, it works for me. So the 280G was never about speed or luxury. It was about engineering, durability, and character. However, this truck is about all of those things. It represents a time where vehicles were built to last and go anywhere. And that's why I absolutely love it. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please like and subscribe. And why not let me know in the comments which classic off-roader you want to see me test next. Thanks for watching. As always, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Off.
People just don't believe that it's coming back on me. Oh no. People just don't believe that it's coming back on me. Oh no.
Bloody f***ing boots. F***ing trashed. I'm gonna wreck the car. At least we're like matching.